by all afternoon, and it's almost as if as the years filter by, that it gets more and more dangerous. You simply have to close up shop in that department. This red was a stunner, wasn't it?
Yeah. If the cue ball's tight in the baulk cushion, he can't play this shot. He's not going to go for it because he can't get the cue ball out of there. The fact he can get to the middle of the cue ball, even below the middle of the cue ball, means that that becomes a more comfortable shot. There was pressure on it. But yeah, it's, I'm afraid that's the standard that Tom Ford's at in this match today.
And again, as I hinted in the studio, I think yesterday, one of the worrying aspects of that is, even although O'Sullivan made a mistake and was 1-0 behind, it had that go-in look about it, that long red. You kind of fancied it. As he draws level.
As I mentioned, Tom Ford wouldn't have been surprised by what happened there. He would have come into the arena today knowing that any mistake is probably going to get punished like that.
Thank you. The third frame. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
Not the best break-off either by Ronnie O'Sullivan. Cue ball nowhere near the baulk cushion. This red a possibility to the right corner. He's just looking to see if the red, there's a line of 3 reds, the top one goes to the left middle if he misses this, because he's stunning for the black. Well played, stroked it in. I'm going to tap on the thigh from Ronnie O'Sullivan, applauding that shot.
Yeah, pick the cartilage out of that one. What a shot. What a shot.
Eight. Switch it off, please. Nine.
Straighter. He would love to play the can on the red that's in between the pink and black, directly, the one directly above the black, but he can't do that now. So just a little screw back with the cushion. Again, played nicely. He's got control of his cue ball in this match perfectly, you have to say. A lot of players would come into this arena, new cloth, this surroundings, and be overhitting, underhitting, but he's got that cue ball on point so far.
Something else Tom Ford's going to find out. He's going to find out an awful lot about his own character today, things that he'll never have experienced before. There are players who struggle on the big stage, there's no doubt about it. Down the years, we've seen tons of them. They seem to struggle. Not so today. Tom Ford looks super confident, I have to say. The fact that he just strokes the ball, doesn't punch it generally, seems to be helping him in terms of tension. It's a funny little pack, this, Stephen, isn't it? A kind of loosely bunched, but covering one another.
Yeah, the pink going there doesn't help in the situation, really. You could do it playing for the blue here to go to the bunch.
Does look like that red on the pink spot will pass to the same corner, mind you, doesn't it? So that's maybe an out for him.
Thank you. 23.
Yeah, I think Get rid of the one he's playing now and that one you just mentioned and get on the blue. It's a big target to go into the pack.
24.
That's the art of break building. You've got to look ahead and look ahead to see when you're going to open the reds. If he's straight in the black, that's a poor shot. That's his first careless one of the match.
Just talking about the shape of them, maybe going up for blue. I know hindsight's wonderful and all that, but going up for blue there, attacking the blue, the red's rather off the blue from there, may have been more beneficial. So he's got to pull out a good positional shot now.
Oh, brilliant. Okay, maybe overhit it a little bit, but he got into that cue ball very nicely. Addressed it
31.
so low, didn't he? You'd think he's bound to miss cue.
This takes a steely nerve. Oh,
32.
That's quality right there. That is quality. That's trust in your technique. And now the perfect angle on the black to go into the pink. Try and plenty grab on the cue ball, hold it in amongst the reds. Oh, but don't miss the black off a spot, Tom. Don't miss blacks off a spot.
Tom Ford, 32.
yeah.
Thank you, that will do.
See it again. Just caught the near jaw. As I said, he's not a power player. That's not his makeup, Tom Ford. Prefers to stroke the balls in, so that's... He doesn't find them... It's not that he finds it that difficult. It's just not his natural style. Not his natural way.
See this black again. Just took his eye off the pot, concentrating on the split. Be interesting to see how Ronnie gets out of here. Choosing to almost bounce the cue ball away from the reds. They've settled for that.
1.
You see, it's not a foul stroke. As long as you've made contact with the object ball first. That was as played.
He almost steepled the cue ball over the couple of reds there. Brilliant shot, actually. As Stephen said, it was quite deliberate. Now the little conundrum here is, how does he go about sorting out pink and black? He's just such a perfectionist when he gets in. He wants to play it properly. He could work off the blue for a few shots.
He could actually play a cannon on the reds here if he chose, because it's a perfect angle on the green. Into the 3 reds to the left of the black. He was bound to be on something,
4.
you would think.
Yeah, it was a big target, wasn't it? But just getting into the mode here, just picking a few off. Always looking for options. Up for green or brown playing this.
5.
All the time, just a little perusal of the reds and just getting in the way of the black and pink.
The 3 reds that was mentioned to the left of the black. The one on the pink spot goes to the right corner, which will clear the one to the opposite corner pocket, which will consequently clear one to the opposite corner again. So he may be thinking that way. He doesn't need to play any cannons. He's just taking his time, surveying the table. That blue being off its spot is just proving a little bit of a headache here.
You've got to love the way he tries to sort out the puzzle, don't you? You know, as you say, you know, 3 or 4 reds to play on, but taking his time, considered something, didn't fancy it. There's a shot time, just on a minute. But you know one thing, when Sullivan takes a minute over a shot, there's a good reason for it. That wasn't the best shot he's ever played.
8.
Hint of a grin. the O'Sullivan Armoury, not dwelling on the disappointment of a poor shot. Good recovery. And again, playing for a couple of reds.
That's certainly not the best shot he's going to play today. Finishing way short in this red. He's looking to leave himself another blue to a corner pocket.
15.
Playing for the red that's in the pink spot to the right corner. Not out of the woods yet. It just shows you one bad positional shot on the green has snowballed.
20.
Even someone as good as Ron O'Sullivan has failed to get back into perfect position. I wonder if we can just flick one of those reds and leave the black to the right middle here. Oh,
21.
Dead straight. But this break has ended much quicker than I think anyone expected, even his opponent.
O'Sullivan 21.
A little flick on the yellow. It's just made things very awkward. This is probably one of the hardest shots in snooker if he's going to try and play thin off this red that's tight on the black cushion. Practically 12 feet of green baize in between cue ball and object ball.
Yeah, this is a tough shot. You'd love to get it wafer thin, but you know, if you risk missing it altogether, well, it probably wouldn't be a free ball, but it'd be possible that you could leave a free ball.
If there was no other balls around it, I mean, you could risk playing the double kiss, just play full ball into the red. But he's playing the thin contact. He needs to get this right. There's not a lot goes to the right corner, to be fair, but that's far too thick. Missed the green with the red, please. No, it hasn't.
Thank you.
So at the second time of asking, it's back to trying to solve this little puzzle around the pink spot.
You could leave the blue to the left middle, leave it the cue ball this side, go off baulk cushion, side cushion with a touch of run inside. It's a big target coming from that side of the table. You'd be very unlucky to miss everything.
One.
He's just managed to creep past the blues on the green. Yeah, this red he's looking at now I think is available. And as I said earlier, that will free another red, so decent chance this.
Four.
Back for blue. Timing of this is crucial to get top side. Yeah, he didn't time it.
Five.
He didn't time it properly, so wrong side of it, but still a red to play on.
Expected Ron to get much closer to this red with the cue ball. Don't expect him to, but it has become missable.
You're just going to use the black here. Just brush off it.
11.
Well, barring a left-handed yellow, that'll be a tuck in behind the brown. How much does he fancy this? with a hybrid lefty shot. Never certain.
Ronnie
He's good at
O'Sullivan,
punching
11.
straight balls in, just off straight, but when there's a little angle, it's missable, Stephen, wasn't it?
Yeah, and unfortunately for Tom, because Ronnie's hit the shot so badly, he's lost the positional side of the shot. You can see the red closest to the black. It's a very thin cut. Too thin. So although he'll be disappointed not to be left the pot there, Tom is still in this frame. Very much so. 32 each. An opportunity. Can they not only pot the red, but finish on a colour in a way to open the pink and red up? First job, concentrate, make sure you pot the red, so at least you're playing the next shot.
Oh, wow. Wowee, what a pot. The good thing about that, I thought, was if he played it as a natural, there was a chance he could disturb red and pink, which he didn't really want to do. Now then, what sort of angle does he have in this yellow? Is he going to attack?
The natural shot we would play with a touch of right hand side, come off the side cushion and into the pink and red. I don't know if the green's in the way to play that shot. The natural angle.
Yeah, he's looking at going round the corner behind the black, isn't he? Almost playing an in-off in the left middle with pace. There's a line of it. He's not quite managed it. Oh, that's unfortunate. You can still see the red though, I think. Just a slither of it.
3. Thank you, Tom.
It's actually not the easiest safety shot he's got in here. It'll just be a containing safety shot. It all depends how much of the red he can see.
Tom
Oh
Ford,
dear.
3.
It's very thin, but I do think the red's on. I think I would have just been taking your medicine there and just getting the cue ball onto the black cushion. Try to play a more advanced safety shot. And this is a tough shot to the middle pocket.
Yeah, good cut as we see it again, so it's just a tuck in. Yeah, played it nicely.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 1.
How much of the side cushion above the middle pocket can Tom see here? Referee Ollie Martil having a good look at it.
Thank you.
Yeah, he'd probably be playing this with pace, so you really want to hit this. He could go in off in one of the black pockets should he miss it. Look out for that. Yeah, and he's not left the free ball, so that's actually not a bad result. No problem with the replacement because he'll be aiming a little bit lower down the cushion, closer to the middle pocket. So there's no issue here. But as ever, can he get it safe? As he goes 2 points behind Tom Ford.
Towards black.
Towards the black?
Yeah.
Or this side?
Towards the black.
Towards the black.
That's classy. We expect nothing less, mind you. Tom just hurting himself here by putting the cue ball
Thank you.
towards the black. Expect him to hit it this time. do nicely. Almost half of the yellow sticking out now. He doesn't want to catch this too thin. He could leave the yellow over the pocket. He's got it really thin and it's left over the pocket. That was what the danger was there. Now, the green now looking at it, I don't think it goes past into its own pocket. How does O'Sullivan pass in position on this green? Obviously play it dead weight and maybe have it to the far black pocket, but not simple.
Yeah, looks like he's possibly got half a pocket, but you really want to be right behind the green, straight. You wouldn't want to have any angle in the pot. You could just try and drop this in and get the cue ball, possibly play for green to left middle. Play with a tracer right hand side, check side. Yeah, that's what he's done. Well, he's fortunate there. He didn't play for the green to left corner. He played for it to the left middle.
Five. Nine.
That's a very poor shot. A bit of tension out there. You can sense it. This frame ball blue should have been a given. But it is there.
14.
And possibly a little bit of a speedy bounce off the black cushion there. But it's right in the middle of the pocket. It's a more scrappy third frame. It was just as interesting, but it's Ronnie O'Sullivan that takes it, and he leads 2-1.